Hi everyone. I'm coming to you today in a slightly somber mood. I was woken up today with a text from my boyfriend while I was at work with news about the shooting in Colorado, and I'm just really shooken up by it. I learned about it maybe like 3 or 4 hours ago, and my mind is like right there. It's kind of weird because Los Angeles is relatively far from Colorado, but I guess the shooter was from San Diego, and so his parents actually lived down the street from my grandparents, and I found out that someone I went to high school with, her cousin, actually got shot and is recovering right now, and took her kids with her to the movie, and so they had to horribly witness everything. So it's kind of weird because, like, it feels like it hit home in a way. But I actually wanted to make this an exciting post because I have exciting news. But I didn't post yesterday, but yesterday was my first full day eating solid food. So here's my little breakfast, my spinach smoothie, my Alaskan cup. It's actually an Alaskan beer cup, but I actually haven't even tried it. And lovely organic strawberries, like Glade organic strawberries, which do taste different than conventionally grown strawberries, for the record, because, yeah, all you naysayers. In my dehydrator, I made, these are what are left of jicama fries, which actually taste a lot like potato fries, like real fries, and kale chips. Ooh, these actually taste really cheesy. They look kind of gross. They look like they're like seaweed, but they taste really good. I'm going to take one out so that you can actually see what it looks like. Those little bits are like yummy, cheesy goodness. Not real cheese, of course. But it's my first day being vegan, and I guess you would call me high raw because I'm not eating everything raw, but about 80% of what I want to eat is going to be raw. So for all you technical people out there, that's like high raw. But I had a work barbecue, and I didn't have dessert at all, which was a feat in itself. I think I just realized last year I come back from lunch meetings, and I'd go back to like fifth period, and I'd have whatever cake or pie or cookies or whatever we have at our meeting, and I'd like have these headaches, and I'm not a headache person, I'm more of a stomachache person, and I'd have these really bad headaches, kind of even maybe consider a migraine, from like 1 o'clock to like 6 o'clock at night, and they were just miserable. And so I realized that the correlation is that if I eat refined sugar, that's what happens to me. And it really kind of depends on like what I'm eating and the sugar content, but yeah, so sugar and me do not get along, which I love sugar, so this is kind of good. I'm starting over, and I'm going to try to go as long as I can without actually eating sugar. So I didn't have any sugar. I really tried to watch what I ate. I kind of ate smaller portions. I pre-ate, though, and I don't know if that was a good idea because, you know, my stomach is so small right now that it doesn't take much to make it full. But my like eyes are still like, oh my gosh, I haven't had food, and I'm so used to eating this much, and so it's kind of like a battle of the stomach because I forgot what it feels like to be full, so I just kind of like I'm eating. But I guess if I'm eating all fruits and vegetables, then it's not really that big of a deal if I overeat. But I got my vegetable slicer in the mail yesterday. So this is how you do it. You stick the little veggie on here, and then you just crank, and then there's a blade. And then it just comes out, and I'm going to make spaghetti noodles, or zucchini noodles, and some pasta. I also made in the dehydrator, which is amazing. Oh, by the way, these 2 recipes that I showed you are from Mimi Kirk's book. And I also made her stuffed portobello mushrooms. I have a picture of it. I don't physically have it because I ate it yesterday. You basically take a portobello mushroom cap, and then I made homemade basil because I'm like reaching for everything on this table right now. Sorry. I had basil, fresh basil, so I made pesto in my food processor, and you put it on the portobello mushroom, and then there's like a sauce like mixture, which is just tamari and olive oil. I'm not going to tell you the ratio because you have to get the book. And then you just put that on top, and you put like slices of tomato, and then you put in the dehydrator for like an hour, and it's raw, but it's like you feel like you're eating, cooked food. You're like, yeah. And it's so tasty. Brian even liked it, so that's the kind of like the test. Because I'll eat anything if it's healthy for me. So yeah, that was good. And then yesterday I also had I made some seaweed salad, which was yummy. And I used flaxseed oil for the dressing instead of olive oil, so that was really good. But Mimi Kirk's book is amazing. It looked really complicated because there's a lot of ingredients that go into making some of these dishes. And I mean, some of them you have to sprout grains. But I think if you have the proper equipment, like if you have a dehydrator, it's not that hard. Because sprouting grains, you just stick some, grains in water in a glass jar, and you just put it in the dehydrator for like 12 hours. You can do it overnight, or like while you're at work, then you can come home and make your food. So I'm starting to like build my confidence in making these foods by just choosing recipes that seem somewhat easy or don't have it's just like basically preparation time, just like measuring things and mixing them out. But it's really good. I would recommend her book. Also, I believe it's Sweetly Raw. Let me just look at my other window. SweetlyRaw.com is a Canada-based raw food chef, and it's her blog, and it looks really good. And she has recipes for noodles. I bought some kelp noodles, so I'm gonna make some stuff with that, and so I'm really excited. But she has like, for all of you out there that like Alfredo sauce, she has like a vegan Alfredo sauce that she makes, and she even came to LA and she did like an LA food tour when she was out here. And so I've been kind of going back and reading those like blogs in the archives, and then I can find out like different places to go in LA. So I'm really excited about this. I'm excited about eating some good food and feeling great. And I think the thing about being vegan, or being vegetarian for that matter, is, especially if you're like losing weight, if you want to lose weight, is you don't think about the number on the scale anymore. It's more of like, how am I fueling my body? Is the food that I'm putting into my body fuel? Because people are going to be so critical about where are you getting your protein? Are you getting all the nutrients you need? You get a lot of that feedback. And so I think, like, especially for myself, I don't want to, crash on this and then prove people right. And so you have to just be careful, because you can eat macaroni and cheese every day and be vegetarian. Can't be vegan, but you could be vegetarian, and you can eat cheese pizza, and you can eat, whatever, and not necessarily be the healthiest person. But I think if you start looking at your, this is like, my spinach shake. I totally got it from someone else. It's 3 cups of spinach, half banana, a tablespoon of peanut butter. I use almond milk, and then you can put like protein powder in it. But I'm not going to eat 3 cups of spinach in the morning, but yet, I know that I need it. And so it's like, it's good fuel. And so then you don't just go and you grab like chocolate cake, because it's like, that's not doing anything to fuel my body. It's trashing it. And if you look at it that way, pounds will come off. It might take some time. It might not be like you lose 10 pounds in the first month. You may, but the pounds will come off and they'll stay off, and you won't even have to worry about your weight. It's just you're worrying about what you're eating and whether you're taking care of your body. And I like that focus, the shift in focus. So I'm excited. I'm gonna post again tomorrow. Maybe I'll make something else than dehydrated. I'll look and see what ingredients I have and if I can whip something up. But I also have like spaghetti squash, which is really good. If you haven't tried to make spaghetti squash, maybe I'll do a little tutorial on that. And then I bought some artichokes, and the refrigerator right now, I should do another little video. It is full of fruits and vegetables, and I'm over the moon about it. I'm really excited to make stuff. So have a great Friday. By the way, this little post is dedicated to my friend Julia, because it's her birthday. So happy birthday, Julia. But yeah, so I don't know. If you have any questions, just let me know, and maybe I'll make something and help you out. Okay,